Hey everyone, welcome back to Left Brain Liz's channel. It's Whatever Wednesday. I'm Liz, and I'm actually going to be testing out some Cotman watercolors that I bought. I like to, so they were on sale, they were super cheap, so I could have bought more, but I am a cheapskate, and if I can make it, I like to do that. So basically what I did was I just bought the primary colors, and some people may disagree with my color choices because I got this alizarin crimson, the lemon yellow, and the cerulean blue. But it doesn't really matter to me. I just like to mix and I like to play with colors. I don't have to be technical about anything, so I don't really care. So here's this. I also, the other day, well, not the other day, a couple weeks ago, I bought these like little French watercolors and never heard of this brand before. It's called L'Aquarelle French Artist Watercolor. I got it in quinacridone red, which I've heard good things about this color. So I thought I'd give it a try. And lamp black. I also have this cheapy Reeves watercolor in Chinese white. So when I do my mixing, sometimes I like to add this white to make like a lighter hue in things. I don't always do it, but sometimes I like to do that. So what I'm going to be doing today is blending colors for my little travel watercolor kit. So you can see I've got this little Altoids tin, and I've got these Medine empty pans that I got from Amazon, and I can link that in the description so you can get some too. But it comes with like 48, and I think it was like 15 bucks or something like that. So not too bad, especially for someone that likes to mix their stuff a lot. So I've got this little Altoids can. I've made it in the past. I made like a skin tone set. Don't laugh at the cracked watercolors. This is from the Reeves watercolor set, and Reeves isn't known for being like high quality, and plus I just kind of squirted it in there. I didn't really layer it and let it settle or anything like that, so these are really cracked. My sunburn and spray tan are probably the best ones here, these top two, and well, caramels is okay too, but these ones here, so this is burnt sienna and burnt umber, those are straight from the tube. So you can see that even straight from the tube, they're just not very good. It doesn't matter how I mixed it. Anyway, so yeah, I've used these, and the cracking is, to me, just an aesthetic thing. I mean, I guess water can get trapped in the crack, but it'll dry. I don't care. This is another set that I put together, I guess. Yeah. So, my colors that I got from the Reeves set are all in like rainbow order, ending here. I'm sorry, here, because there was a flesh tint in there. So it was an 18 color set. And so from here, I mixed and mixed, did a bunch of different, I had such a fun time mixing colors and just seeing what would come out. I have my palette here that I painted. So if you'll notice, for one, I started listing my ratios there, but I just stopped doing it because I forgot what I was doing because I was just having so much fun putting it together. But I love this gem cutter color. It's like a beautiful turquoise. I kind of like this Illidan color, which if you're familiar with World of Warcraft, that's where I got all these names. So I've got like Thrall and Lothar, Duratan, Dark Lady. Kirby is not from World of Warcraft. Undercity, Xavius, Illidan, Sunwell, Silvermoon, Zenidar, Exodar, Azuna, Gilneas, Greymane, Barons, Gemcutters kind of from there. Broken Isles, Orcish, Stormwind, Thunderbluff, Westfall, Blood Elf, Duskwood, Tyrande, and Undead. So it's all Warcraft. But anyway, I'll use Gilneas a lot in some of my watercolor paintings. And Blood Elf, I like the Blood Elf color. Sunwell is beautiful, red-orange color. But again, these are all Reeves. They're not like the best quality. So now my new palette is going to be, I think I'm just going to do like a rainbow theme. So I've got my primaries. I can mix my orange, green, and purple colors. And then I can make like, yellow green or whatever comes to mind. So while I'm doing that though, I'm going to speed up the video so you can just see me mixing the colors. Again, I'm only really working with 3 to 4 colors, including the white. I don't know if I'm going to use the black, the French colors. But yeah, so there's really not much, a ton to follow along with instruction wise. So I'm just going to speed this up for you so you can just see me mixing them. Yep, so here we go. All right, so after cleanup and everything, here is my rainbow palette, my Cotman rainbow palette. Some of the colors had the Chinese white in them. I did end up with the pink. Sometimes with these reds, you never know like what hue of pink they become when you add white. So I had this other bright red that I mixed with my Reeves color, and with white it made this like awesome magenta, which I wouldn't have thought because to me it looked more of an orangey color. But here it's a lot different. It's like a more of a cool pink. This is more of like a warm pink. But anyway, so I've got my true color here, my alizarin crimson, got my lemon yellow and my cerulean blue, and then I mixed them like kind of, you know, rainbow order. So I've got like a bright orange, kind of a red orange, my pink, yellow. This one was a lot more liquidy than I thought it would be relative to the other two. So I don't know how that's gonna dry or turn out. Anyway, I've got like kind of a yellow green, a true green, a blue green, and then I added white just to see what would happen. And whatever, you know, it's a light green, light emerald turquoise or whatever. I got my blue, then I made like a red violet, and then I added white and some blue to make kind of a cool light lavender. And then I had this like gray color that came out when I just kind of started mixing stuff on the palette just for fun. And then when I added, I think whatever extra, I can't even remember, I had on the palette to this color, and I ended up with this color. Oh, it was yellow. So yeah, if you know your color wheel, when you mix purple and yellow, you're gonna get kind of a brownish color. So this is kind of like a greenish brown, which I thought was really cool. And I swatched it on here. It's this middle color right here. And it came out really cool. So I was like, I don't want to waste that, so I'm just going to keep it. And I had an extra pan. Actually, I had several extra pans. And I just put it in there. And I'll probably put it in a different palette somewhere. But, yep, didn't want to waste it. I normally add glycerin to my paints when they dry. So, like, I get this for my soap making. But you can probably get it at a drugstore. I just get mine in bulk. But, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I usually add glycerin, but these were so thick. The red was actually kind of frustrating me a little bit because it was so stinking thick that it kept wanting to come out like glue, and it was sticking to everything, and like not like my Reeves. My Reeves just comes out and it's just like, you know, squirts on there. But when I swatched it on here, I really liked how it came out. Like it was so smooth, but it could also have been the paper I was using because this is different than what I normally use. I tore it. Who cares? But this is I got this from Art Mart too. It was on sale. It was like $4 maybe for a block. I can show you. It's this fluid watercolor paper with the hot press finish. I don't believe I've tried the hot press that I know of, so I wanted to see what it would look like, and like it just seems so smooth. I liked it a lot. But anyway, this I got just to kind of practice watercolor on because it's small paper. But anyway, so that was my Cotman mixing palette video. I'd say, I mean, I know there's lots of reviews out there for the Cotman watercolors, but you know, from someone that comes from a cheapskate watercolor, I'd say that it definitely is better quality. I would say caveat, and you may like this, I don't, but like the thickness of it, it'll last a long time because of that. Excuse me. And I think it's because maybe they added more of that gum arabic as the binder, maybe, and it makes it thicker. I don't know. Yeah, so I liked these. I'll probably get them on sale, but I'll stick with my cheapies just because it's what I'm used to using. But at least I have my palette, and I still have plenty of watercolor left in the tubes. I may buy more in the future. I don't know. Here's you'll never know what happens in the future. So anyway, I will probably decorate this little tin. This will be my rainbow Cotman tin, but I gotta let it dry. It'll be a few days, I think. I don't know. The Cotman was drying pretty fast on my palette, so we'll see. Less water, I guess. So anyway, I guess another thing I can mention is just how vivid these are relative to the Reeves. I was looking at my other tin, and not that these aren't vivid, but it's just like, and plus these are still wet, but I mean, the comparison is just so vivid. I have some vivid blends on here, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, thanks for watching, and remember to click on my portrait to subscribe, and if you want to receive notifications when I post, click on the bell, and I'll see you next time for another Whatever Wednesday where I do art, and tune in Sunday for a soap making lesson. Anyway, see you later, bye!